Well, very warm welcome to everyone. It's a little bit late for now, but it's not late when I was usually streaming. The thing is, I'm feeling a little bit of dizzy, but I feel the power to play some chess games, and I'm actually commenting it a little bit. So, wait a second, I will need to go back here to restart the music. Okay. And now I can turn on to stream too. So yeah, hello Testa, good to see you here from the beginning. So yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of dizzy, random dizziness, but as I saw your comment, I already felt a little bit more better. So now I'm gonna go for and play some rapid games, maybe for an hour. I'm not pretty sure how much games will I play. Currently I'm at 500 something. I'm not pretty sure. I'm waiting to load up. Yeah, it's 527, and I'm playing with the black pieces. I'm gonna start with to build up Indian defense right here. Hello, Akar. Good to see you here too. Now he opened up with his pawn that is forward of his king, and he's now pushing forward my knight. So now I will be forced to move my knight somewhere else. Maybe if I move it here, it's not the best because he can move out here too. And if I move here, he can take it for totally free with his queen. So for now, maybe I'm just gonna move my knight over there. So currently in Hungary it's 10:24 p.m. So it's on in a half hour. It will be 11 p.m. But I don't really want to stay longer up than midnight because now my sleep schedule is a little bit more normalized, and I wanted to keep in that like this, that I'm up in a more human being time. So yeah, now I'm gonna go and continue to build up the Indian defense there to place my king in a more safer position, and also I'm looking forward what my opponent trying to build up. Oh, it's not. I saw your message. I wanted to respond, but in the meantime I forget to respond. I don't really know the national master is in a higher rank than a fight master, right? I'm not pretty sure. Now he pushed out with his bishop and put some pressure over my knight, but luckily I can move my knight over here, put some pressure over his bishop. But he came back over here. Now I can put some pressure over his bishop with some pawns, but I'm gonna move with that pawn because now even after I move my knight I can let out my queen to do some action, so it will be better than to move to a7 pawn. Now he moved back with his bishop, so maybe I can work up something else, like I'm moving my knight over here into next and I can move it there. Two pawns here is defended against the bishop, so there is nothing to worry about. Or I can do castle right now, so I can finish the Indian defense. Now he moved forward with his knight and putting some pressure over this square. So now if I move here with my knight, he can capture it, but also I can capture his knight with my pawn. So that's all good. I'm thinking a little bit, trying to work up something. Now I can go through here with my bishop because there is a pretty strict pawn line here. So maybe I'm gonna move this pawn, so in respawn maybe he will take that pawn, I can take with my pawn, and my queen will have another place to go out, but I will not go out because his black bishop can capture here, so that's another zone for me. So yeah, I don't really know if the national master is a higher rank than fight master, but I saw that you also beaten up fight master, so that's pretty cool. Maybe I will beat 1-2 in maybe, I don't know, 5 years or something like that. So that's still a good achievement to have. Now he took that pawn with his pawn that I told before. Now I could go here with my bishop, but his knight is defending that square, so that's not really a good idea. So maybe for now I will just capture it with my queen. My queen can safely capture that pawn, and for now I don't really see any more dangerous things over here that can cause me some problem. Now he can go here with his bishop, but I can capture it with my queen and also giving him a check. So for now I'm gonna wait. I'm just trying to look after if he moves here with his knight. He can also put some pressure over this square, but his knight is just there. So there is nothing to worry about for now. Also, if I move here now, I can give him a check that he can block with his queen, with his bishop, with his knight, or he can move with his king. Or he can move his knight over there, and I cannot capture it with my queen because the pawn is securing that position. So now, when did you play against the national master? That you were sleepy, how much time did you sleep? Because I can sleep 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. I always sleep, so maybe I will need to reduce my caffeine intake, because sometimes I take too much. Maybe I don't feel like it, but my system maybe can feel it. So now I have 5 minutes and 30 seconds to give a checkmate. So now I will need to start to work up something. So if I move here with my bishop, he can capture with his knight. That I can capture after with my queen. But I don't really see anything else to work up. So for now, I will just move my pawn over here to don't lose more time. Oh, I think it was AM, so it was late night when you were playing against the national master. Oh, I see. Bullet game. But it's okay, because in bullet game you even have less time to think through your strategy. So I would be happy with your I don't know how to say it, skills or something like that. So this is still pretty cool that you can play against these kind of players. So now he moved back with his bishop. Now I can go here with my pawn. He can capture it with his knight and with his bishop. So for now I'm not gonna take that move. Instead, if I go here with my knight, he can capture it with his bishop, so that's not pretty lucky. If I go here with my knight, I can make a trade. For now I'm gonna make it, because I don't really have any more plans with the knight for now. So he can capture it, and at least the knight is not putting more pressure over here, so I can safely capture the knight. But I can no longer capture it because he moved here with his bishop, putting some pressure over my queen. So now I will easily just move it here. And I'm also giving him a check. I could have been also blocked with my knight, and after he takes it with the bishop, I can capture the bishop and maybe get more inside to do some actions. And maybe I'm gonna change the music because I'm gonna fall asleep. Because usually I can play with this kind of music, but now I don't really feel it, so I'm gonna change to for something else. So now he's blocking to check with the knight, and I cannot capture it because he's still pinging with the bishop, so I cannot really capture that knight. Or I don't really see any move with my queen for now. If I move here with my queen, maybe I can capture this knight because it's secured by a pawn, sadly. And I can capture this pawn with my bishop because the knight is securing there. But if I'm gonna, the music is a little bit louder to me, I think. So if I'm okay, have a good games, my guy. I'm just gonna think through how to go through these games because I want to upgrade my Elu a little bit. So now I'm thinking about to move forward with my pawn over here so I can put some pressure over his bishop. And if I go here and he captures with the knight, then I can go here with my black bishop and clear the way out a little bit. And also if I go here, now I see it with my knight, I can put some pressure over his bishop. It can end up as a transaction, but no longer because he came out with his queen. So now I get to also push. I will not push that pawn because he can take it with the queen for free into next turn. But now I see it, if I push my pawn and put some pressure over this knight, he can move it because the queen is giving an actual check. So that's good for me now. And he captured one of my knights, but I can capture it with my rook, so that's cool, I guess. I didn't really use that knight into the moment, so that's cool for now that I lost my knight and the bishop is gone now. Now he's putting his knight over there. I can move here because the pawn is securing it, not even here because the bishop is securing it. I can give him a check to work up some other stuff. I can move here because the knight is defending there. Here is the knight putting some pressure even here. So I will be forced to move here with my queen, and in the next round he can go with his knight to somewhere else to do some action, and I will have a 1 minute 51 second. I'm gonna check out your command, but I don't have more time. I have less time to calculate with it, so for now I will just come here and try to break through in this defense and save my queen. Easy with Alekhine to grind Elo. I don't really know what's Alekhine. Tell me if you win against the National Master or not, but it's good that you get against with a National Master again. And also I don't know if it's a higher rank or lower rank than a Fight Master. So if you will be so kind to let me know, I would appreciate it. Now I'm gonna put some pressure over here because he's knight doing some action over there that I don't really appreciate, and I get attacked my leg, and I don't appreciate that either. Oh, okay. Now I understand. But I don't know if I need to lock away my cat because she just biting my legs, and that's not pretty lovely. Okay, now he moved away with his knight, putting some pressure over my bishop here. And and I don't really appreciate it in the moment. And also I captured the bomb, but I couldn't have reached to knight because it was secured by the bomb, but the bomb is now gone. But for now I will just move backwards with my bishop, because I can move into the wished destination, because I want to move my queen over there, and also into next rounds maybe I can defend my bishop over there to put some checks onto king. So in the end I can win the match. I have less than a minute left to do my actions. So I'm gonna, and I sacrifice, not really sacrifice my queen because I can capture with my knight, but most likely my queen is gone because of that. And also I will need to get out my rook over here, so if he moves with his white bishop, at least I can make some transactions for the rook. Okay, I will check it out. Thank you. Now he's giving me a check with the mentioned bishop. And now I sacrifice the pawn for nothing. Or not really, because he can capture with the bishop, I can capture with my bishop, but in the end he can capture with the knight, and that's a fork situation, so that's not good either. And he was going for the fork situation, but luckily I could have been taken, so I will not lose a rook or a bishop. Alright, thank you for the commenting stuff. So now he's moving his rook over there, putting some pressure over my knight, but I can give him luckily a check by this move. I could have been give him another check, but sadly I cannot, because the pawn is securing that position. And maybe I should have been moved my rook over there, so he captures with his rook. But now he's most likely going for the bishop, maybe, not sure. But now he cannot move with his rook because he needs to secure the king over there. It was okay. Yesterday when I went to haul some concrete, because that was the job that I was talking about with my friends, and I was hauling some summons, and also I got a need to do some actions because I will lose because of timeout. And I'm gonna talk about my day, but I'm a little bit start to focus now that I have only 7 seconds. And just maybe I can work up a checkmate, not sure. No longer, because went into the wrong other way, so I wanted to go here with my bishop, so after I would have been secured that position by the bishop, I would have been secured that position by the knight, that square was secured by the rook, but as I see it now, that square wasn't defended, so he could have been moved here too and get away, so I couldn't have win this game by time. Well, thank you. Akar, you can send me the link to review your match. But yeah, yesterday I was pouring and holding some concrete, and it was a heavy duty job, kind of. Not heavy duty, I don't know how to say it in English, but it was a manly job, and I slept kind of good, but I woke up at 3 or 4 a.m. I went to the store at 6 a.m. and after that I made some burgers, but on a little bit of a campfire, because I had a stove, but it got burned out, so it was flaming coming out of the stove, so I had to throw out my stove. So my only cooking option now is a microwave and a stove, campfire. I don't have a stove right now. I'm waiting till October to have it. Oh wait, I screwing around a little bit. And yeah, there is the game that I'm gonna check out. This was a cards game against National Master. Yeah, I got it. Now I can look after it. So Mogchamp was the National Master that he played against, and Berkais is. So he's playing with the white pieces, and I'm gonna check it out after game went. He played with e2 pawn to e4. Now he have a free way out with his bishop and with his queen. To Mogchamp opened up with another pawn. Now he have a safer way to come out with queen. So in the end, Akar couldn't have build up pawn streak, because if he comes out here, maybe you can build up pawn streak. So yeah, anyways, you opened up with another pawn that is secured by the queen. So yeah, but he didn't take the pawn, and you take it because it was free. Now he opened up with another pawn. Now he can capture the pawn with a bishop, and also have another way out with his queen. You secured the pawn that was hanging there against the bishop, so he can no longer go here and secure the board here. But now your defending pawn is a little bit of a danger, so you can capture that pawn, but after that that can be captured by the rook, and also that pawn most likely will be gone too. The only way to defend that, I think, to move out this pawn. So if he captures that pawn, you can capture in response that pawn. So that pawn is still remain defended. So that's only a pawn transaction, and you did that. And he captured 2 pawns here, but you secured the pawn over here with a black bishop. I live in countryside. I don't really know how did you mean to field, but I'm living in a countryside field. I have a big field, and I already planted some tomatoes and some potatoes, some cucumber, some watermelon, but for the next year I will have bigger plans to grow a bigger kitchen garden. So now he moved forward with his pawn. The only problem is that he can move here and force your queen to get it, because it's putting in danger to knight and to queen, but also you can capture the pawn with the knight. So I'm gonna see it. What did you do? And you captured with your knight. And now your knight is pinged over there, and you will need to defend it, because if he comes here with the queen, you can. It gives you a check. Maybe you can secure it with a bishop, and the bishop will be secured by the queen. So that can be a good thing to do. But you can also defend it by the queen, so that was also a good idea to do. Now he was going for the pawn over there, because now the bishop need to secure the queen. Not really, because the king is securing too, but it was an extra piece to defend the queen. So yeah, you captured the bishop there. Now he's going here with his queen most likely, and after that he can put some pressure over the board here in these 2 lines. I don't really see anything else that can be so dangerous. And yeah, he captures the bishop. I'm gonna see what's your move. And you moved out here, and the knight is secured by 2 bishops, so that's cool. He can also go here to give a check, because the rook and the queen is securing that position. So I think it was a good move, and it also, to chess.com is writing it was a great move. And now he came out with his knight. I don't really see the point of it. Now I see it, because you can give a, you could have been moved here with your knight, and after that the queen will be almost forced to capture to knight over there. But now he can capture with to knight too. I don't really think so it was necessary to move out here with to knight to defend that square, because the queen was still there. And I don't really see any kind of anger. That was a matter of things to queen need to still there. So yeah, anyways, with the kitchen garden, back to the garden stuff, I will planning to do some YouTube videos for next year. I wanted to do in this year too, but I didn't really have time to document the stuff that I was doing. So now I'm gonna see it, your next move. That's a great move, I think, and also to Chess.com is writing it's a great move because you can capture to queen with the rook, and yeah, you can put some pressure over to queen here, so the queen will be forced to move out. So also if you move here into next round with your knight and he captures with his knight, you can capture back to knight. So I think that was a great move also. And now it's to 11th round, but it was only 20 seconds till you get in this position, so that's pretty fast thinking. So yeah, I'm just gonna see what his move. So he moved here with his queen, so maybe he can go in this line to put some pressure over here, but your queen and your rook is defending that line. So he can really go here, except he can go here to capture the pawn and also give a check. You can block it with your bishop, but the bishop will be pinged. And also he can go after for your rook, because after the bishop is no longer pinged, so he can capture the queen, so the rook is still safe there. Maybe I will move my pawn over here to defend the pawn here. So but you moved here with your knight. Now he can only capture it with the queen or move with his king somewhere else. But if he maybe move here, he also defend the bishop, so you cannot capture it. After that, you can maybe go here, give a check again, and after that you can go for a rook, because he will be forced to move somewhere else. Or you can go for a queen, so that was a great move, I think. So if he moves here, that's a pretty good move, because if you move there, you can give him a check and go for the queen into next time, so it's no longer a danger. And also I see it as the road, I think it's because he could have been moved to rook to c1, and after he moves to queen, the bishop would be captured with the rook. I think it was around this move, yeah, I think that was. So he could have moved to rook to c1. Yeah, he moved to rook to c1, and after he moves to queen, the bishop will be captured with the rook. The bishop is secured by two other rook, so I'm not sure if it's worth it to go for it, but it can be a transaction for sure. It's up to where he's moving his queen. So if he is moving in a lovely position where you can do some action, it can be, I think. So back to the where I was. So yeah, here was coming to knight, so he can go now. So to king, if he moves here, you can win a queen. But if he moves here, I don't really see any other check opportunities. So I'm just gonna go roll with it and see what he did. So yeah, he came back here. Now you can go here to give a check, because the pawn and the queen is securing it. Most likely he will take with the pawn, but you can't capture the pawn with your pawn, because it would be an illegal move, because it's pinged because of the king. So I don't really see firstly a good move over here. You can capture the bishop with the knight, but in the end he can capture with his rook, and you can also capture the rook in the end, so maybe you can go for it, I'm not sure. And also it's a check, so it's most likely he will capture with the rook, or he just going away with his king. And yeah, you was going for the bishop, and he was going for the knight with his rook, and now you captured with your rook. Yeah, Now I understand. Now he captured the pawn that was remained undefended. You defended your king with the knight, and now it's pushing from down. You defended again with the knight, and he's moving forward, backward. You move back with your king. Maybe in next round you can let out your bishop, so also you can let out your rook. So I'm gonna see what you did. He gave a check again from this side. He will most likely not go for the pawn over here because you can capture with the queen, but you can also defend the square with your rook. And he can go for the rook with his queen, but you can also capture his queen in the end. So we will see what it will happen. You defend again with the knight, and the knight is defended to pawn that is defended by the queen, so that was a cool move. Now he didn't give another check, so that's cool. But now your knight is pinged over there. And you capture the other knight with your bishop, and now he can take capture it with a pawn or with a queen, but also now your rook is free. Oh, and yeah, most likely he did misclick or not sure. I don't know how much was the time when he surrendered, so it's 1:45 when his move started, and he gave up in not give up, moved in 4 seconds, and after that you made the move with the knight, and he most likely instantly resigned. So it was a good play, or maybe it wasn't a misclick because maybe he forgot the knight was here and he was putting his queen over here to put some pressure over the queen. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, okay, it was a misclick because I wanted to find some logic in it, but it was only a misclick. But it was a cool game, and you finally won against a national master. Poorly Mokchamp was lost this game against Akar to Future FM. So yeah, I think it was a cool game, and you win. Nobody needs to know that was a misclick, but a win is a win. Let's go. So now I'm gonna continue and play a game. Maybe I'm gonna play for a half hour. That's maybe 2 games, and then I'm gonna go for a sleep. Tomorrow maybe I will stream a little bit more because I will have the time for. I think, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna try to stream more. Today I played more chess games, but I didn't stream it because I was dizzy a little bit. I didn't really feel that I'm into capability to stream. Capability. So yeah, tomorrow I think I will stream a little bit more, and I will also stream some Fallout, I think. And now I'm thinking about how to start to work up my moves here. Maybe I can move my bishop over here, or not really, because I capture here with his pawn. So for now I will just go here with my knight. So if into next round I came here with my bishop, and if he moves forward with his pawn to defend against the bishop, I can capture with my knight. In response he could capture the knight with his queen, but he would lose because of the bishop, so that's not pretty good idea. So I'm gonna wait for his move. So yeah, now he moved forward with his knight, and currently I don't really see any kind of trouble because of that. Except I can't move my queen over here because he can capture with his knight. Yeah. I will need to concentrate a little bit to focus. It's not in my mind, and also I didn't see that he can move forward his pawn now, and it's defended by the queen and the knight, so I will need to pay a little bit more focus. Also I could move my bishop over here, but into exchange he can move forward his pawn, and my bishop will be stuck, and also help him to construct his pawn. streak there, so that's not a good idea. Now he moved out with his bishop, so I can give him check from forward. But now I can capture this pawn. In exchange he can capture with that pawn, and the queen will be in an open position. Maybe I will try to work up my knight to move here. If he doesn't move this pawn or that knight, I will be cool. But in the next round, if I move my knight over here, and if he moves his knight over here, I can go for here to go for the queen or to rook. I can make two transactions here that most likely my knight will end up here, except if he do a castle in between those time. But after I make two transactions and my knight is there, he could have been go for here for another knight anyways. That's not gonna help him because he made a different move, and now I can't move here to take a pawn after he can take my knight with his rook. And the next time I can capture it with my bishop, but I would lose my bishop too, so that's not a good idea to do. But now I'm gonna focus on a different square, because the rook is already defending that one, so that's not a pretty good idea to go for that one. This block is less defended, so I'm gonna try to go for it. But also that square is defended by the knight, and also I can go there with my bishop because its pawn is currently there. But luckily I can take it with my knight. If he takes with his knight, I can take with my bishop, so that's cool. And also don't put some defense over this square, so it could be cool. 29 views. Did you post it on YouTube or something? Or just to match? Interested.com. And now luckily he captured with his knight over there, and nothing putting some pressure over my white bishop. So now into next round I can go here because he can capture with his pawn. But if I move here with my queen, it can go safely here, and if he takes to bishop with the pawn, I can go here and it will be a checkmate because there the knight is still defending, so it will be a checkmate. Or not really, because he took my knight with his bishop. I can give him here a check, and I'm gonna do it. So in that way I save my white bishop and also can capture his black bishop. Because if I don't make that move, I can capture the black bishop, but he could have been capture my bishop with his pawn, so that wasn't cool. But now I captured the bishop, and it was a mistake because he can capture it with his queen. Now I can put some pressure over his queen, but most likely he will get away, maybe move here to put some pressure over my rook. Yep. Now I move forward with my pawn, so I can move here and capture. But now my bishop is hanging there. I made a blunder again. Yep. I see it now. Mm. Well, it's not my day today because I had a few match today, so. But it's cool that match is already at 29 views. Oh, profile views. So your profile getting 29 views. Okay, okay. Now, my opponent is in a little bit of a dangerous situation because he can go here with his queen, but he don't give me check into the first place. So till that time, if I go here with my pawn, he can capture it with his queen, giving me a check, or he can capture the pawn now with his pawn, and after that he can move his rook over there, but he should have been moved to pawn forward, forward, forward to give me a checkmate. So if I capture this pawn, he can capture with his queen, but it's not sure that it's gonna do. Or for now I will just take this pawn. Maybe in the next round I will move this pawn to let out my bishop over there. Maybe I can do some damage around, and if he's pushing that pawn, after that I can go there with my bishop. It will be secured by the rook, and after that he will be forced to move here. I was thinking about to move my bishop over here, giving him a check again. He will be forced to move back here with his king. In the next hand I can capture the rook. And anyways, he is giving me a check right now with his queen. Now he can go for this pawn to put some pressure over to bishop, but it's currently secured by the rook. But if I move that pawn to move it here, the bishop is no longer defended, so maybe I will need to rook over here too. And now he's most likely planning to move his rook over there. But I will move with my bishop over here, also putting some pressure over his rook, and if he coming here with his rook, I can capture it, or with his queen. I only studied in high school and kind of stuff. It can be seen that I don't really know to grammar and kind of things, but actually I can write and read perfectly normal, but when I'm speaking I put less focus on it. How do I speak? Sadly, I will need to change on it. Now he moved here with his rook, but I can no longer go here with my bishop to break through. Also I can move here to put some pressure over his queen, and if I move here with my pawn, he can go here. But I can also go here with my rook. But if I do that, he can go here with his queen, giving me a check. And I can only go here to defend it. I'm gonna go and try it. Oh, thank you for writing, but I'm not gonna look because I want to win by myself. But thank you. You can still write it. Maybe just can agree with that, but I'm not gonna check on that. If I go here with my rook, he can capture with his rook, so that's not pretty good idea. But if I go here, most likely he will not go here with his pawn, because into next hand I can go here with my rook, so it can end up as a checkmate. So maybe this is my chance to break through here. Maybe he can go here to give me a check. And I can block it if I coming here, maybe trying to get away in these lines. Now he's thinking two, because he played his moves pretty fast, like in 10 seconds. Oh, okay, one of them was 30 seconds, 20 seconds. Now he's taking more time, I think. Yeah, now he's giving me to check that I was talking about. And now he can also capture the pawn with the queen, but I can capture the queen with the bishop, so that's not a good idea, I think. Now he's going for another check. If I come here, he can come here with his queen, but I can capture it. So he's not gonna do that. And my rooks are currently safe from to queen, but he can also come here with his rook. So if I'm coming up here, I will be forced to come here, but I cannot because the pawns are there. So for now I will use this rook to defend from to queen, because I want to use this rook to break through and give a check. So I'm gonna try to win through this. I only see my things, what I'm trying to do. Now I think it's planning to go here to give me a check. I need to think through this a little bit. If I come down here with my rook, I can't capture to trade because the queen is securing that position. If I come here now, I can't escape from that. Maybe I will need to move my rook to defend that square over here, sadly. But my plan was to break through here, giving him a check and maybe checkmate. Thinking about how to get rid of this pawn or how to defend this push. Or maybe I can go here with my rook for now. Into next hand I can come here with my rook if the situation gets solved. Now I can maybe go for it. I don't know. What did you mean, Tosta? But it's okay. But now I can go for it because he moved forward with his pawn. And I can no longer capture it to free to bishop. I can't also go here with my pawn because he can capture with his knight. Yeah, now I fucked it up. Just a little bit. maybe it can be saved, not sure. If I go here I can give him a check, but he can get away in these lines. If he goes here, if I go here he can capture with the pawn, and I can go here to go through here because he can capture with the queen. But anyways, I'm gonna go and try at least. But he also captured my bishop. Now I'm gonna try to go here to capture that pawn. Maybe he will go for it with his queen, but he's going for it with his pawn. And if I can break through here, or he can move with his knight and free up the rook. And he did that. And I get a timeout, sadly. I'm gonna play one more games and I will still remain in 500 elo, but I think I started at 540 or something like that, but it was a losing streak, but that's life, that's how it's going. But yeah, I'm gonna go for a win. But it's supported, my opponent didn't move his piece, so the game didn't continue. But now I'm playing with the white pieces, and now I'm gonna just open up with this pawn to let out my queen. Maybe I can build up a little bit more defended. And yeah, he also missed some checkmates as I saw it too, because I was like, okay, he gave me a check, but no, he was playing a little bit unusual or a little bit weird for me. But in the end he won the game, so let's go. Now I'm gonna move forward to strengthen my pawn streak there. Alekhine gun in low elo, very surprised. You mean that Alekhine is a tactic to win the games? I mean like the Queen Gambit and other kind of things, you mean? Oh. Now he moved forward with two of his pawns. I cannot capture any of them, but I will move here with my pawn, so I will also let out my queen, bishop to do some action. And now he can capture one of my pawns with two pieces against one of mine, so I'm gonna go here and capture that. And now if I go here with the pawn, and in the next round if I come here with the bishop, he can, or he's coming here with his knight, he can secure that position. But also if I'm coming here, I can put some pressure over his knight over there. So I'm gonna do that for now. He can come here with his knight. But now he came out with his bishop too. But now it's blocked against from the queen. So I can come here and put some more pressure over here, or not really, because it's secured by the knight over here, so I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I will work up my knight over here to make some transaction for the bishop. Now he put out his queen over there. Maybe he's planning to move his knight over here, but I can capture with a pawn. After that he can capture with the bishop, but I can capture with the queen, so that's not really worth for him. But I'm gonna go here and still going for the bishop. But also if I'm getting rid of the bishop, a pawn will secure the position most likely. Or if I push this pawn, he can capture with the bishop, so that's not pretty cool. But I can come here with my knight and slowly working up to put some pressure over this square. Also I will need to free up my white bishop. He captured a knight, he was going for it. Now I'm gonna thinking about which pawn should I take with, because if I take with this, maybe I can work up my bishop to take a view on this position, but I can put more pressure over here and he can go here to give me a check if I take with that. So for now I will just take with that pawn. And now he took my black bishop because it was undefended, because there was no more knight there to defend it. So yeah, Alekhine is a good defensive and offensive tactic from old classical national grandmaster. Oh, okay, I will check up on that. I will tell a little bit of a story, but I'm gonna need to think a little bit because I will screw up on time again. Now, if I come here, he will capture with his queen or with his knight, so that's not pretty cool. But if I come here, I can put some pressure over his black bishop, and also my queen will have more viewing angle, and also it's not in danger as I see it now. So there can be good tactics. I was seeing some tactics in short. I don't really know the name of them, and I can no longer capture the black bishop there. But I can, and also I plan to move out my rook over there to secure that square and move here with my queen. But now I see it, the knight is defending that square, so that's not pretty cool. But maybe I can manage to get rid of it. For now I will go here with my pawn, so I'm putting more pressure over this black bishop. And also my bishop now have a view on that knight door. Hello Testa, good to see you back there. So I don't know if you were here, I don't mind these kind of questions, or I don't know what did you mean by lol what I'm saying. I'm a little bit slow in mind right now, so now he moved back with his bishop as expected, and now he's securing that square with the bishop again, so it wasn't the best idea to do. Maybe I will need to go for this square, but I will need to move my knight over there, but it's secured by 2 pieces. Maybe I will go here for now, so if I'm not sure, because if he capture with the pawn I can do some movement with my queen, but maybe he will go for a queen transaction because he has more pieces than I do. For now I will move here with my rook, and maybe into next round I will move my bishop over there, so I can capture his bishop with my queen, or maybe he will save his bishop, I don't know, but I will have a viewpoint on this square. I'm not sure what I'm planning. Now I will need to move back with my knight. Oh, yeah, I understand now. Oh, but your comment was gone and I didn't know what did you say. Okay, but now I understand. Yeah, I thought maybe I can work up a checkmate, but there was a pawn that was defending from my rook to go there and give a check or checkmate. But in the end I couldn't manage to get my rook over there into destination. Now I don't have a black bishop sadly, and I can go here with my rook to go and break through here. But no, it's not pretty cool. I'm thinking about to go for the bishop transaction, because maybe I will need to bishop. My maybe for now I will go here with my pawn to put some tension for this pawn to break the defense over here. So after that I can take with my knight. Maybe he's planning to move his black bishop over here, because if he does, I will be forced to move somewhere else with my queen. Yep. If I move here, he can capture with the king, so that's not cool. If I move here, it's not good either, because here the bishop is securing. I can move here, or maybe here, or here. For now I will move here, because at least I'm putting some pressure over his rook now. But it's true, it's defended by the queen, and after the queen is gone, it will be defended by a rook. So yeah, this will be my last match, because it's almost 11:30 p.m. and it's getting late, and maybe I will need to catch some sleep, and also I'm not in a good form now, but anyway, not in any time when I'm streaming, but I'm gonna keep trying. Maybe I now a little bit feeling like I can commenting a little bit more fluently, I'm not sure. But I'm slowly evolving, that's for sure. Now I will go for the bishop transaction, because he really defended his king over there. So after that maybe I will go for a pawn transaction. Or I will move my pawn here now, and he will not move with his pawn, because he would lose his queen, because I can take with my rook. And he can't move in these lines, because here I can capture with my pawn, here I can capture with my rook safely, or with my bishop. And here it will be safe again, or he can put some pressure over my queen. But it's cool for now, as I see it. Now he's maybe trying to go here, give me a check, but I can capture. I can't really capture with my queen. I mean I can, but after that he can capture with his black bishop, so that's not pretty cool. If I move here, it's not good. Or I can go here with my king, so that's good. He can go here with his bishop, but I can easily capture it. And my white bishop is now pinged because of that. And now if I move here with my pawn, he can capture with his pawn, because it's no longer defending the queen from a rook. But I can also go here now. And if I go here, I can go here, he can capture with his rook, I can capture the rook with my rook, but he can also capture my last rook, so that's not cool. But also if I go here and get my bishop over here, that can defend that position, I will need to get rid of this rook. So I'm waiting for his move, what it will be. And maybe after I go for this pawn with my queen, or maybe I will go for it with my rook, because if I go here with my queen, he can capture my knight for free, so that's not cool. So if I go here, I can wait. I mean, I will go here with my rook. After that, I'm gonna go here with my knight to put some pressure over to queen, and he can go here, here, here. Not even here because the rook is defending. Can't even go here. Or he can go here. What did he do? He took one of my pawns, sadly. But now there is a freeway almost. So for now I will take that pawn with my rook. I'm not capturing that bishop because it's secured by the queen. So now if I go here, he can go here, I can capture here, because I can go for it with my knight. He can go here because of the rook, not even here because of the queen. He can go either here because the pawn is securing, here the pawn is securing again, here the queen is securing. The only way he can go is this place. And now also I need to be careful because his bishop is defending that line, and this line is defended, and if he moves here with his queen, I will be screwed here. He's giving me a check with his knight, but I can capture with my pawns. But if I do, he can go here with his rook, giving me a check again. And so if I do this, he goes here, I will be checked. I can go in this line, I can go in this line, and not even this one. And I will be here, so I will be forced to move here. The next one, maybe he will come here with his queen. I can block it with my knight. Well, anyways, I'm gonna see it because I have 1 minute and 25 seconds. I can also push this pawn to leave the bishop over here undefended. Yeah, and now he's giving me to check that I was talking about. So if I go here, he can go here to give me a check. I can block it if I come here with my knight, but he can come here with his queen after all, because the bishop is actually can secure that position, but I can easily come here with my rook, and it's defended by the queen and 2 pawns, so that's cool. And my opponent is from Iran. And how was your day? Tessa, I mean, how is your day going on? Because around 6 p.m. for you guys now, no? I'm gonna check out, but after to stream some getting ready to go to sleep, like washing my teeth and kind of things. Now I can go here, or not really because I don't secure my night done. Or anyways, I'm gonna go and try it because I don't have much time. Okay. Well, I don't know how I'm gonna sort that checkmate. But he was faster, but he had also 26 seconds. Yeah, he secured here with his bishop, and he could have been come here uh, with his queen, and it's checkmate because of the bishop is securing here, the other bishop is securing here, the queen is here, and here also. And I can't move here because the pawn is there. Maybe I was thinking about to move my rook over there. After I move my queen somehow here, I can come here, or just move my queen over here. But the pawn would have been capture my queen, so maybe if I have 1 minute or 2 minutes more, I would maybe manage up something with my poo prim, but that wasn't that time. So, anyways, thank you guys for being here. I wasn't 100% here because now I'm feeling maybe I will get a little bit of cold or something. I feel something in my throat, and I was dizzy 2 hours ago. So yeah, but I think tomorrow I will stream some Fallout or chess. I will see it. But I'm gonna go for now. So have a good night, guys, and everything else. I'm gonna check out the Alakine gun thing that you said before, Akkar. So have a good night, guys, and everything. Bye bye.